Before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dr. Juha Henriksson. Dr. Juha Henriksson is a musicologist and software engineer who has served as director of Music Archive Finland since 1997. He is an associate professor in ethnomusicology at the University of Helsinki. He is actively involved in European cultural heritage initiatives, serving on the management board and as a member Counselor of the European Network Association, ENA. He played key roles in ENA communities and represent the organization in the ECHOS project, which is building a collaborative cloud for cultural heritage. Dr. Henriksson also works for the Time Machine organization as an RFC editor and ambassador for Finland. His contributions span academic, technical, legal, and administrative aspects of cultural heritage on both national and international levels. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Dr. Juha Henriksson. Dr. Juha Henriksson, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be able to present in this team conference, and I hope you can see my presentation and hear me. And if there are some problems with, I was already presented, but here one slide about me. I look at cultural heritage from various perspectives, from software engineering perspective, also like a researcher of musicology, an associate professor in ethnomusicology, and also like preserving as a director of the Music Archive Finland. And as you heard, I'm at the moment very much involved in major European cultural heritage initiatives such as Europeana and Time Machine. And through those initiatives, I work also for the Common European Data Space for Cultural Heritage and the other cloud, cultural heritage cloud initiative, ECHOS. But also Music Archive Finland is a founding member of the TAROC coalition toward a recommendation on open cultural heritage, which is aiming for a UNESCO recommendation on openness of cultural heritage, and also some other important initiatives. So I'm very much there in Europe when cultural heritage is concerned, but I'm so pleased to be able to speak in this STEAM conference to widen networks also all over the world. So a few words about Europeana, which is cultural heritage is quite widely available through Europeana. There are over 60 million digital cultural heritage objects available at the moment, like images, text, sound, video, and also now 3D, and that 3D amount of 3D is rising up very fast at the moment. And this cultural heritage material comes from about 4,000 different institutions, archives, libraries, museums. And when we talk about Europeana, it's not only this platform, but it's initiative with 3 organizations working together. There is Europeana Foundation with paid staff, and then there is Europeana Network Association. I'm a member of the management board and members council of that. We are at the moment we are actually 5,500 members. cultural heritage professionals from all over Europe. And then there are these regional, national, or domain or thematic aggregators that take care of that all the cultural heritage data that is there in European. It follows a certain rules, certain data model. And INA, European Network Association, I'm very pleased to be a member of that and be active there. Actually, I'm active in 4 of the 7 INA communities at the moment because of my versatile background and the things that I'm interested in. So I'm at the steering group at the moment, European Tech, Copyright, Impact, and Climate Action. So I think all of these are very much connected to STEAM conference. And because of these communities, working groups and task forces, European Network Association is a very democratic association and also kind of a bottom-up approach. So you can join these communities and work together with people that are interested in certain similar topics. What is this common European data space for cultural heritage? It's a European Union flagship to accelerate the digital transformation of the cultural heritage sector. Aim is to increase participation in Europe's cultural heritage and promote digital culture as a public good. European is also a member of this TAROC coalition I already mentioned. And it offers access to high quality data so it can be reused, for instance, for research, but also by ordinary people. And also data space will be interoperable with other data spaces. There will be like 14 data spaces in Europe in total, for instance, for tourism and for medicine database. And these will be using standardized data flows to be so that this data can be shared openly as possible. So how will European and the data space then promote this, we call it transition. So it's not only digital transition, but it's also very much social and green transition. To this I refer to Harry Verwaayen Aldana's article towards a heritage-led triple transition in Europe. Harry Verwaayen is the general director. When European has evolved, it was first a portal to make cultural heritage accessible online, and then it turned out to be a platform to make digital heritage reusable in different contexts and by different audiences. And now it's transforming to a data space in search for sovereignty and control of how digital heritage data is made available. What is then a data space? It's not just that you put something in the internet. It's a framework that supports data sharing within a data ecosystem. So there is this data sovereignty aspect and also about to foster innovation and work towards a greater common good. In a specific context of cultural heritage, the data space can be conceptualized as encompassing the following elements. It should be a standardized, consistent, and reliable infrastructure, having a collection of high-quality cultural heritage data products. And it serves diverse audiences, for instance, education, research, but also creative industry. And it should be interoperability is very key aspect, following standards. How can cultural heritage data space then promote the digital transformation? First of all, there must be a human-centered and value-based approach to technology when we talk about cultural heritage. But then, on the other hand, we all know that increased security threats will challenge the digital governance, ethical standards, and cyber security. So I here raise some of key questions. How is digitality exactly shaped and by whom? This is a very important thing. So it's not only for researchers or upper class citizens, but it should be shaped by everyone. How can we develop a democratic system so that everyone can participate? And this trust is very important nowadays in the face of growing algorithmic biases and threats of disinformation, as we all know. And also AI. We speak every day about AI, and it's also affecting digital cultural heritage. How can we use AI, for instance, in an ethical way? This is a very big topic we are discussing at the moment in Europeana. And one way to increase this approach that it should be open and democratic is that we have this large network of 5,500 professionals working together as a part of the data space initiative. We all have read research reports that cultural participation enhances civic engagement, democracy, social cohesion, and well-being. And for this potential to be fully realized, ensuring the basic right to access cultural heritage is essential. And digital heritage should be seen as a collective, shareable resource, a public good. But what does actually cultural heritage mean in the digital area? It's not anymore the thing we think cultural heritage was like 50 years ago. Now there are these digital objects, 3D presentations, everything. So we have to change our thinking, and also very important question, whose heritage is being represented and who benefits from its preservation and use. For instance, in Finland, we have Sami people, only indigenous group of people in Europe. So this is very important question for us here in Finland. And one way to tackle this is this DigiHer program project that is there in the last example row, which is a project of digitization of cultural heritage of minority communities for equity and renewed engagement. That's a European-led project, but for instance, here in Finland, the Sami archive is taking part of that project. These key questions, how can we as a cultural heritage sector leverage advanced technologies, but in a socially responsible manner? And what ethical standards should we uphold? And then there is this green transformation, because digitization relies on energy-intensive processes that contribute to climate change. If we use a lot of AI, if we preserve a large amount of digital objects, then we consume energy and we promote climate change. So this is a very difficult question, how to find a balance between preserving this very valuable cultural heritage and then not to destroy our planet. So how can the benefits of digitalization be balanced with its environment footprint, for instance? And how can we act more to sustainable way? And can we as a cultural heritage sector have a play in the green transition? I think we can. And there is this survey that or report that was just this summer published by the European Climate Action Community. It was based on a survey and also like literature review. And there are these 3 key points that most cultural heritage institutions recognize their environment responsibly, but not all have acted accordingly. So we need more capacity building and clear frameworks and guidelines to turn this commitment to actions and measurable impact. And also, if we are lacking a clear long-term digitization strategy that has a direct negative effect on sustainability of the life cycle. For instance, if we are digitizing something that there is already a digital copy of it, or we digitize not so highly valued material, or if we preserve not so highly valued material for a long period of time, even though it's not actually necessary. And one of the solutions how we can achieve better sustainable processes is to adopt participatory approach by involving the communities, the end users more. I think I'm used my 15 minutes, so just very fast. Another project I'm working on is Time Machine, which is aiming to join Europe's fast, create a collective digital information system and concentrating on spatio-temporal reconstructions. That means that the digital data is always connected to a certain place and certain time. And Time Machine organization has over 700 member organizations, so we are a big umbrella organization taking part of many important cultural initiatives. I'm at the moment working part-time for Time Machine as a partnership manager. I skip this one. So we are at the moment creating this kind of Google Earth interface, so you can move around the globe either 2D maps or 3D maps, and then zoom in to certain location, and also use time slider to go back and forward in time, and then find the cultural heritage objects that are available in that special place and that special time. And this time we call it Time Atlas, and it may be used for research, citizens' awareness of local history, urban planning, smart tourism, developing resilience for climate change. For instance, flood prevention, if you look at the history, how the rivers have evolved in the time, then perhaps you can plan things better in the future. So thank you very much for this opportunity to give this presentation, and you can always contact me to find more, and you can connect me, make connections to me through LinkedIn.
Thank you very much, Dr. Juha. If you can, please, if you still have some minutes to wait a bit, we're going to do question and answer after other panelists presented.